Hello everybody, good morning, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to discuss about how I approach English comprehension portion and how I get 40 plus marks in esic MTS examination out of 50. And you all know that in esic MTS examination 25 questions given for each section, and in English section also it carry 25 questions for 50 marks. Okay, so yeah, please guys watch this video till end, and otherwise this video will not be fruitful to you. Okay, so let's start. Yesterday I gave this esic MTS prelims full mock test number 11 from textbook. According to me, textbook is the best source for esic MTS examination because I feel this mock test is best exam level mock test, and it feels anyone satisfied after giving this mock test. And when you will give real examination, that time you see whatever you practice before your exam, that type of questions asked in your real examination. Okay, so if you want to practice any other mock test series like Smart Kidda, Grade Up or Adda 247, you may practice. But according to me, just 2 to 3 days left for esic MTS. So if I practice any new mock test series or try to give another mock test which is not exam level, it's 2 or 3 steps high compared to exams, real examination, so it may break our confidence. And just before 2 to 3 days examination before, it's really tough to break our confidence and concentration level according to me. So I prefer to give this mock test, and after my esic UDC mains I just find 5 to 6 days for giving this esic MTS prelims full mock test. So that's why I feel esic for esic MTS textbook is best. Okay, so if you don't give this mock, you give, and please share what's your rank and your score in this mock test. Okay, so let's start. Here you see that some questions coming from RC portion, and as usual in examination also, when you open this reasoning, English comprehension portion, the time you see that first question come from, I think they will give you from RC. Okay, so I just want to leave the RC in case of others examination, but if I talk about this esic MTS, I don't feel in RC was not so easy, tough in real examination. So if you find it easy, you may solve it first. Okay, and if you find it difficult, then you may solve it later. Okay, so according to me, I find something easy, that's why I solve it first. And yeah, you see here first question come from synonym and antonym best. So if esic MTS examination, they ask you or they give you synonym based, story based question. Okay, so that's why I don't feel it would be very much tough for us. Okay, yeah, so here you see that which of the following is the best antonym for the word addition highlighted in the given passage. Okay, so antonym is deduction. Deduction means to reduce something, and here is other words like accession, increment, supplement, it's given. But so here you see that the all words mentioned here, accession, increment, supplement, all the words are synonym of addition. So the only option is left, that is deduction, which is the best antonym of this word. Okay, so the next question, like which parts of speech is the word peacekeeping highlighted in the passage? Peacekeeping, which kind of parts of speech is that? Okay, peacekeeping is noun. Okay, peacekeeping is noun. Why I'm saying this? By the 1970s, the United Nations budget for economic and social development programs were outstripped its spending on peacekeeping. Okay, so after reading this line, I feel it's obviously noun from. How I identify its noun from, I will tell you that if you are not read tense, noun, pronoun, person of speech chapter, please you read first. Otherwise, you wouldn't understand. If they give you any kind of word and ask you which of the following word is noun or pronoun or adjective, like this question, you will not answer it properly and you will be confused, right? So yeah. Next, some question from how many member states did the United Nations have at its founding? So here you see that it's direct question, so don't feel so much hesitation to solve this. I mean, so much tough to solve it out, because you see at its founding the United Nations had 51 member states. Just take it 51. Okay. Next question, which of the following got added to the United Nations in 2011? Here you see, with the addition of South Sudan in 2011, membership is now 193. That means South Sudan is added there. But here is, in case of option, you see don't, South Sudan is written here. So none of the above is the correct option, right? What are the objective of United Nations? United Nations objective. Just to see, the United Nations was established after World War II with the aim of preventing future wars, succeeding the ineffective League of Nations. After the organization's objectives include maintaining international peace, security, protecting human rights, delivering humanitarian aid, promoting sustainable development. Means all the options given here, it's correct. Okay. Next, what is the main context discussed in the passage? It's obviously United Nations. About United Nations, the story is still about. So after reading any kind of story, you have to decide what they want to talk to, like this, talk to you. Okay. Yeah. So before solving any kind of RC, I suggest please you just overview of this passage, what they want to say in this passage. I think the whole questions they will ask you, easily you can answer after reading this overview of this passage. Okay, because in esic MTS they will ask you some story based question, I mean story based passage they will give, so it would not be so much tough, you can easily solve it out. Next question is from, what was the main aim of establishing United Nations as per the passage? The first line mentioned here is from this, the aim of preventing future wars. So this is the right option. So that's the portion of RC. I think you will understand how you solve RC. So yeah, I go forward the next section, that is failures portion. After seeing these failures, you can easily solve them and it's really easy. But I think in real examination they will ask something different from these questions. It's totally easy. He was on his knees, dash for forgiveness. Pleading. Pleading means to request someone to give something, right? Refuting means to combat with someone. Elevating means lift or increase something. Imposing means to keep something or someone to anyone. I mean forcing someone. Demeaning means causing a severe loss in the dignity and the respect for. Okay. So only the option pleading is appropriate here. That's why I use pleading. If you don't know the vocab's meaning given there under the failures portion, you wouldn't tell which of the following is the perfect option of this failures. So you have to read newspaper daily, and if you daily reading newspaper, you feel after reading 30 to 40 days, you feel yeah, you can solve it any kind of failures question easily. And close test also. Close test is a major factor player in English. So you have to read English newspaper daily from Hindu editorial. Maybe sometime when you read, you feel it's not so much easy, it's boring, but I also feel this. So after reading some days, I feel it's not boring, it's interesting. Then the government made it dash to wear seat belts. It's obviously mandatory, consuming, apprehending, ordinary, plausible. Plausible means, here you see, plausible means seeming reasonable or probable. Ordinary means which is no speciality, it's so simple. Apprehending means understanding or perceiving something. And consuming means absorbing or completely filling one's mind or attention. Mandatory means you have to mandate or compulsory it to be, okay. So the government made it mandatory to wear seat belts. Only mandatory was it perfect here. Why? Because for seat belts, for driving or any kind of walks, you have to wear seat belts. That kind of meaning they convey here. Next, amending the laws is considered a dash process. Horrific, causes horror. Cumbersome, it's complexity. Reluctant, it's not so, hesitant and unwilling to do something. Prevalent, prevalent means widespread in a particular area or a particular time. And staunch, very loyal or committed in attitude. So amending the laws is considered a cumbersome process. That is the perfect option here. Next you see, Tolly hadn't eat dash breakfast when Polly walked her dog. Basically, before solving this question, you have to know the tense portion properly, because we all know that after have or had we use verb third form that will make sense, like present perfect tense, or yes, you see here, present perfect tense or past perfect tense, right? So here eat form is used, so eat, ate, eaten, past participle or verb third form of it is eaten. That's why eaten is mentioned here, okay. Next, they each dash assign tasks to prove their competence. They each were. Was cannot use with they, has cannot use, our is not used, so only option is left, that is where. Okay. So next question is from error detection. I suggest one thing, before solving any kind of error detection question, you have to read 120 grammar rules. But I feel after reading this 120 grammar rules and after doing so many things for error detection, but I don't find any way out, I feel whenever I solve any kind of error detection, I feel only reading is important in case of error detection. If you have the reading skill, you can easily find it out which of the following part is erroneous. So here you see, President Kennedy was an alumni of Harvard University. Alumni, here it is plural form, but doing this question I didn't find it erroneous because I forget the alumni is a plural form, aluminous is the singular form, that's why it's wrong, okay. Next, if I was a millionaire, I would never walk again. In case of which question or will question, we have to use where. So A is the wrong, because if I were a millionaire is the correct option. Next, one of the boys are coming to play football in the evening. One of the boys, that means here it's mentioned one person, so is replaced are, so are is the erroneous part here. Next, some question come from word replacement. Word replacement means, here you see, you need to replace A, B, C, D, E and try to make the words in a proper manner. So first sentence is, first word would be calling Andre Agassi his all-time component, favorite opponent on the court. P says that their styles of play always matched up against each other over decades. Okay, so that kind of question asked here. So you can easily solve, I think, this sentence rearrangement question. Next, some question from parajumble, right? But after reading this parajumble, I didn't find some sequence. I didn't find third, fourth, fifth. I just confused, that's why I leave it. If you find it easy, you can do it, but I will try to make another video of parajumble, because I received some comments how I solve parajumbles, but in case of this parajumbles I'm literally very much confused, that's why I leave it. Okay, most of the time in case of parajumble I used to follow the first statement and the last statement. If it was really so easy, that's time I feel yeah, I can do it, that's why I take all 5 options, otherwise I leave it. Okay, and the next 3 questions coming from spelling word, misspelled word. Here you see maneuver, 5 types of maneuver spelling written. If you don't know which of the following is the correct, you cannot do it properly. So yeah, that time also I feel vocabs is important. Without newspaper reading we cannot live. English is totally depend on newspaper reading. Vocabs is important is in esic MTS. So when I used to don't follow newspaper, I literally do some mistakes in English and yeah, take some wrong questions answer. So yeah, that's all for today. That's the overview of this English portion. I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any questions regarding to this video, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will try my best to give all your questions answer. Okay, so that's all for today. If you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel and share this video and like it. If you like it, please give like. Okay, so that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next update. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you so much.